we've rattled off 3 wins in a row. We've taken down Iowa, we've taken down SMU, and we put a beat down on Northwestern last episode. We are looking to try and get win number 4. It's been a rough season so far, though. I mean, the one against Pittsburgh, that was nice. That was a great defensive effort. Tough loss against Penn State and USC and Nebraska. But today, we're looking to get some revenge on 2 and 5. Michigan State. Now, USC is trying to make it a battle for Jermaine Pleasance. 4-star freshman QB. I think he'll have a chance to start depending on how things go. 4-star running back Randy Ivey is also having Texas really look at him. But, I mean, that 94 speed, that 96 change of direction, human joystick. Jermaine Lewis only has 86 speed, but I think he also has 94 change of direction. We're going to be scheduling the visits for these guys coming soon. But we travel on the road to take on the Spartans. And hopefully they don't treat us like it's the Battle of Thermopylae like they did last year, where they put a whopping score of 30-7 against us back in Madison, Wisconsin. We got a new coach. It's the first time that we're going to see their place in the series, and we need our revenge. We've already gotten our revenge against Iowa. We're looking to try and get this thing again. We're looking to try and continue winning and looking for win number 4. Well, win number 4 in a row. Looking for win number 6 in the season, and maybe we'll be able to claim some bowl eligibility this year. You know, if we can go ahead and try to get to 7 wins. Game number 9 underway as it's Kearney to return it all the way back to the 17-yard line. James Peoples, 6 touchdowns, 750 yards on the year. We're going to look to try and get him started early. A stretch run outside that he cuts up will only be a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 going to... I keep wanting to say Lewis, and I know it's Harris, but Joseph will go short, and this will only result in a gain of 4. It's 4th and 3. We're forced to punt. Alicio Milivojevic. I'm going to be trying to say this name right as long as we see him in the series. But it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and Thomas Iberger is the one to make the stop. Going left side. Again, nothing on the play. Defense starting off tough. Making it 3rd and 11. Milivojevic goes short. Only a gain of 2. TJ Capers to make the stop. Handoff to Yasin Willis. We're going to start off some downhill power running. We tried to go outside, didn't really work out. We're going to try and go outside again with Peoples and losing 3. Not how we want our day to go with our hopeful number 1 back. But Thurman's going to make a great catch in traffic that brings us a 3rd and inches. And Peoples gets denied a loss of 2. We give this ball back to Michigan State. Milivojevic, no pressure, goes short, and finds a man for a gain of 6. 2nd and 4. Quick pass outside is going to result in a first down. What a spin move on Kai Bates. Changing something at the line of scrimmage. Milivojevic goes short. Another first down. Spartans starting to move down the field a little bit. They've crossed midfield. Last snap on the low go. A decent run will give them 4. Haven't had a whole lot of running room. They're going to go play action. Milivojevic is going to get sacked. Walter, fire the cannon. We would have Okponu get shaken up. Hopefully we'll be able to see him some more throughout this game. 3rd and 15. Milivojevic looking downfield. Pressure coming. No, he's going to go short for the check down. No gain as a result. And the Badgers take back over. A handoff for Peoples. to the right side, gains 3. 2nd and 7. Send a man in motion. That's Coleman. Thurman's going to take it on a quick shovel pass. He's going to get us a first and a little bit more. 1st and 10. Yasin Willis is the back in the pistol formation. It'll be a handoff to Willis. And he's fighting for every inch. He's gaining 4. 2nd and 6. Joseph going downfield. Had a man wide open, but chose to go for Thurman and had that one batted away. Now Joseph goes back across the field for Thurman. This time it's caught. That's a first down around the 44-yard line. Handoff going outside for Willis. He's able to turn this one up. That's a gain of 2. 2nd and 8, dropping back. Pressure coming. Joseph down the field and broken up. 3rd and 8. After the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. Joseph screen pass out to Willis. He picks up a block. He's got a first down for the Badgers at the 30-yard line. I formation, handoff to Landon Chambers, gains 5. 2nd and 5. Joseph, pressure coming. He's hit as he throws, incomplete. 3rd and 5, empty backfield. Joseph would find Coleman, and that's going to be a 1st and 10. Around the 18, a handoff to Chambers. He breaks 1 tackle, and he's able to get us to the 14. Now an RPO outside for Freddie. Coleman's going to lose 1. They're going to still say it's a 14, but a handoff to Chambers falls for a gain of 4. And as we end the first quarter, we come into the second one looking to try and get into the end zone on 4th down. It's Zion Kearney. The Badgers able to drive down the field and put the first score on the board. Reminiscent of how things went last year, but can they capitalize with the defensive efforts this time? A handoff and a good run play will result in a gain of 9. Not the way the run defense wants to start off their first play of the drive. Another handoff, and this time, yes, he will find the hole. Hill makes it a 1st and 10 at the 39. Milivojevic wants to run with it, and Iberger tackles him for a loss of 1. Now 2nd and 11 for number 11 at QB. Milivojevic rolling out right, and he panically throws this one away. Pressure coming there by Walter Cannon. Milivojevic on 3rd and 11 finds a man for the first down. Between the linebacker underneath the corner. Now Hill on the carry. Hill gets a first down run. 6 rushes, 29 yards. Another handoff. This one's a better run for Welch. And he's made it all the way to the 14. 1st and 10, Hill checks back into the game for the Spartans. It's going to be a play fake. Milivojevic is hit as he throws this one out of bounds. 2nd and 10. They're going to move Hill from left to right. It's a handoff to Hill going left. He spins out 1 defender. He breaks 1 tackle. He fights through 2 more, and the Spartans are now on the board. Hill does everything in his power to get his team on the board. Now Joseph going outside left finds Kearney. That's a gain of 6. Now a play fake, quick pass out to Shaw makes it a gain of 2. We're looking at a 3rd and 2 potential punt for situation, but no, James Peoples will get us the first. Landon Chambers checks in for the I formation on 1st down. That's a gain of 6. A play fake, Joseph sack down. Stewart will be credited with that sack. Now 3rd and 14. Joseph down the field finds Ahumaraze for a first all the way to the 49. A counter run for Peoples will result in nothing. 2nd and 10 for Joseph. Floating this one. Incomplete. He wanted Malachi Coleman, but the big 6'4 receiver not able to go up and get that. And Joseph's going to get sacked again, ending the drive. 1st and 10 for Milivojevic finds Hill out of the backfield. gaining 1, tackled down by Grant Dean. 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Milivojevic is sacked! It's going to be Posa and Iberger being credited with that sack. And on 3rd and 22, Iberger a little jumpy, so that's going to turn a 5-yard penalty, making it 3rd and 17. Milivojevic, plenty of time. Some pressure finally coming. He decides he's going to roll out, and incomplete, nearly had it over the head of T.J. Capers. As now Peoples' first down run goes nowhere. Looking at a 2nd and 10. Joseph sends the back outside. It's only him in the backfield. Empty set. The Spartans send pressure, but Joseph quick to get it out to Harris. That'll be a 3rd and 5 where Joseph drops back. Pressure coming. Incomplete to Freddie Coleman. 1st and 10. Score still 7-7. Changing of the formation. Handoff to Hill. No, play fake. Back to the tight end. Capers there to make the tackle, but they even fooled the cameraman. 2nd and 6. They're going back to the stuff they did last year. Shifting the formations, and the Badgers will respond, but Milivojevic on a draw gains 4. We're going to hit the 2-minute warning and see what the Spartans elect to do. It'll be a handoff to Hill going right side, and he's got room up to the 41. Now they're going to start doing some hurry-up. 67 yards on 8 carries for Hill. Now he's going to catch one on the screen. Trying to get everything that he can. He'll gain 8. The clock will continue to run. 1:18 left. With 2nd and 2, it's going to be a handoff to Welch, who gets the first. Having the clock stop for a second. Another handoff to Welch. They're continuing to run. His ball's out. And recovered by Kai Bates. The Badgers slam the door inside of a minute left in the second quarter. Now Joseph would have this pass broken up as he was looking for Harris. 2nd and 10, a handoff to Peoples. And he's going to get dragged forward for a gain of 8. And the Badgers would go with some hurry up. It's 3rd and 2. Joseph goes over the middle. Finds Umaraze. And we would call a timeout. 28 seconds left. Handoff to Peoples. Trying to just see if we can get anything. Maybe we can pop a run. 2nd and 7. Joseph's able to pop a run now. We're going to call a timeout with 9 seconds left. Maybe we can get just that a little bit closer for a field goal. And Joseph finds Kearney, but it's in and out of his hands. 4 seconds left. A handoff to Willis will run out the rest of this first half. And we're going to head into halftime with a score of 7-7, as this has been an extremely tough defensive game. Playing a lot better than we played last year against this team. As Nebraska, ranked number 20, is taking on Minnesota. Both those teams scoring 10 points each. Houston lost to Texas Tech. Liberty's beating Jackson State, and UTSA put a whooping on Tulsa. As we approach the second half, there's a flag down. Mason Post a little jumpy. Tried to guess the hard count and is rewarded with a loss of 5. Now Welch on the first down will get a first down and 6 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 29. A play fake. Milivojevic goes outside. This will be a gain of 4. He's had a pretty good day. There's only been 1 turnover in this entire game, and it was a fumble by Welch as the Spartans were driving down the field towards the end of the first half. Tried to hurdle, and Kai Bates, not only does he recover it, but he was the one that forced it. Now 1st and 10, Welch takes the carry. Catalano there to make the stop. 2nd and 8. Welch continues to be the single back. Great screen pass. Very deceptive, but not fooling the defense. You got the defensive line, but not the linebackers behind them. On 3rd and 8, changing the formation again. Looks like the tight end went back to the backfield, unless that was a running back. But Milivojevic finds a man on the wheel route, and Dean's not gonna catch him. The Spartans have taken the lead here in the third. What a play, though. That was a great play. Can't even deny the greatness of it. As going downfield, this one will be incomplete for Joseph. We're starting 11. Stepping up. Joseph's going to scramble for it. He's going to get the first. Now on 1st and 10, it'll be a handoff for 5 yards by James Peoples. Another handoff for Peoples will get us another 7 for a first. Peoples continues to stay in the game. It's going to be another handoff for him. And another 5 yards. These last 3 carries, averaging about 6 yards a carry. Screen pass out to Malachi Coleman's only going to gain 2. Not able to get up out of there. 3rd and 3. Handoff to Peoples. Denied for the first. Michigan State Spartan player will be shaken up. Going for it on 4th and 2. We wanted the screen pass. And Peoples not able to shake the defender. Defense asked to come out and somehow managed to hold the Spartans away from the 41-yard line. And their first carry to drive goes for 4, so this already isn't boding well. But it's not like they got a first. Welch now moving all the way out wide. Milivojevic wants to scramble for it himself. And Walter Cannon sits him down for a loss of 3. 3rd and 9, changing formation again. This time they're going into doubles tight. 3rd and 9, 3rd and 9. Milivojevic would hand it off. Spartans trying to be a little sneaky by going against what the usual play call is, and they're going to elect to attempt a field goal. 4th and 6 from the 37. The kick is going, and it's wide to the right. The Badgers still alive. 1st and 10. Handoff to Peoples is only going to get us about 2. Really got to get something going in this third quarter. Checking to see if it's man or zone. Clearly we're seeing some zones. So Joseph goes to his tight end. And it's incomplete. Multiple defenders in the area. Going short to Umaraze. It's going to put us in the 4th and 2. We're going to go for it again. Joseph goes out to Harris and complete. But we're not going to get the first. And the defense asks to come out and do it again. Catalano starts to drive off with a tackle for a loss of 3 as they tried to run it. They're going to get us for an offsides. Mason Posta jumped, but they do get a gain of at least 8 or 9. So we'll see if they truly want to just accept the penalty. They would, making it 2nd and 8. You know, why not just keep it 2nd down and move the ball forward? Milivojevic going downfield, incomplete. Kai Bates makes that play. 3rd and 8 to get the offense off the field. Empty backfield now. They're going to try and run it again. And it's Walter Cannon again to sit him down. Now 1st and 10. Approaching the end of the third quarter. Joseph's going to get a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Outside to Willis trying to run through someone's going to get 3. It's going to be a handoff for Peoples. I said Joseph earlier, but it's Freddie Coleman on the bubble for a first. Excuse me, I meant Peoples, but I keep saying Joseph. Peoples up the middle. Only 1. Willis checks back into the game. And we are not afraid to really run this ball from any formation. That has been a staple of us having the wins that we've had, is that we run the absolute hell out of the football. Now, we're not having the best of days running it, but we are still going to try and stay true to what we want to do, and that is continue to get the ball in the hands of our running backs. As Chambers is going to go for no gain. And Mendel shaken up. 2nd and 10, handing it off to Chambers again. This is a gain of 5. Emerson Mandel will shake it up. He'll come back later. 3rd and 5. Pressure coming. Screen pass. Gets it out to Chambers. He's able to go get us a first down. We're into the fourth quarter. We didn't score in the third, but we have a chance to score here in the fourth. Hand off to Chambers again. 2nd and 5. That's a gain of 5. On 2nd and 5, Joseph to the end zone. Incomplete. He wanted the Umaraze, but too much traffic. On 3rd and 5, touchdown pass to Zion Kearney. He has scored both the receiving touchdowns on the day. Now Michigan State getting another back involved. That's a gain of 4. Okponu does check back into the game at nose tackle. Milivojevic really wants to get some of those scrambles, but nothing there. So 4th and 5, they'd have to punt, and Zion Kearney that's going to be back to return. He's moving right, shaking it back to the left, cutting it back up the middle, and Zion Kearney is going to do it again, his 3rd score of the day. All 3 touchdowns on the day have gone through Zion Kearney. Have a day. It's 2nd and 8 for the Spartans. And now the Badgers once again playing with the lead and seeing if they can hold on to it. Maybe cause some kind of turnover. Milivojevic wants to scramble for it. He's going to go pick up the first. With 7.5 left to go, what will the Spartans do? It'll be a handoff to Welch. And he's able to gain 3. That's going to bring up 2nd and 7. They sure are taking their time. Letting the play clock wind down to play fake for Milivojevic, and he's sacked by Mason Posa. 3rd and 15. They're changing to an empty set. Sending no pressure. Pressure coming, though. Sacked again, and it's Walter Cannon. We end their drive, and now we have a chance to run clock and potentially put another score on the board. After a gain of 6, it'll be 2nd and 4. Handoff to Willis. He's only getting back to the line of scrimmage. Spartans showing blitz, handoff to Willis, and that's going to be a 3 and out for the Badgers. Offense not doing the defense any favors right now late in the game. 4 minutes left to go. Play fake, Milivojevic, pressure coming. Lucky to even get close back to the line of scrimmage. Still will lose 1 as it's 2nd and 11. Spartans running out of time as his clock continues to wind down. Milivojevic goes to his number 1 receiver, breaking multiple tackles and ultimately gains 1. 3rd and 9. Spartans, Milivojevic goes to his tight ends, 4th and 4, and they are going to trust their defense and punt this one away. Could that be a mistake as Willis gains about 5? Spartans are going to start to burn their timeouts. It was a gain of 4. Another handoff for Willis, only gains 1. Spartans are betting on the 2-minute warning being some help as well. Now a direct snap for Willis. And they're going to let this play. They're going to let this run all the way down to the 2-minute warning. That's their extra timeout. But a terrible punt by the Badgers puts the ball on our own 40. The Spartans have to go only 40 yards to tie this game and potentially force overtime, and they have 1 minute and 30 seconds to do so. But Milivojevic gets them all the way down to the 15 with a laser over the middle. They're going hurry up. It's 1st and 10. 1 minute 5 seconds left to go. They're doing too much. They're shifting formations. You don't have time for this. Going outside. This one's caught. It's 1st and goal for the 4. He didn't get out of bounds, so the clock will continue to wind down as Welch goes for a loss of 6. 2nd and goal from the 10. Welch is able to gain 1. 3rd and goal, 25 seconds left. Milivojevic, quick screen out for Welch. 4th and goal from the 7. They have no timeouts. I don't know when they used it. 13 seconds left. This is for the game. They have to get in the end zone now. Milivojevic will be sacked again. Wisconsin's 5th sack of the day. The defense steps up and saves the day again. The Badgers have reached 6 wins on the season. This is now a 4-game winning streak, and these wins have been on the back of that defense and the back of this running game. But today's win is all about Zion Kearney scoring 3 touchdowns and the defense doing just enough. Bob McGlinchey will be the lone verbal commit off of that game. But we are now going to be in a recruiting battle with USC for Jermaine Pleasance. Looking at the conference standings, we move to number 9 at 6-3. As we look around the standings, we are ranked again back to the top 25 at 21. The goal now is to finish the season ranked. I will see y'all in the next one. I hope you liked it. And all the good stuff. Comment, subscribe. I hope to see you guys soon.